Okay, so this was the message I received on Boxing Day morning. I was quite shocked because I hadn't actually spoken to Mason since 2017. So yeah, 7 years. And he basically asked me, do I not feel an ounce of guilt for what I have done to innocent people? Serious question. The many the many that message him and say what I've done to them, the viral remarks I've made, some you don't even know. I am going to make the world recognise the likes of you and that don't deserve to be even in amateur student ranks that you're in. Imagine someone saying you're shit, you're old, you're ugly when no one else agrees with you. That is pure narcissistic behaviour. You're a compulsive liar also. Oh, I'm having a blinding Christmas because my hard work is finally paying off nicely. Me just love what I do, and I can't stand people like you who hate others for no reason and put down. Don't bother messaging me again. Take my advice. Have a look at yourself. I'd hate to be you. Wow. Enough said, Sammy. Good luck with your YouTube documentary. So basically, I was going to do a YouTube documentary on the Decca Heggie and the Humble Dryer trolling incident. There was thousands of people that got roped into it, and there was even people that are involved with Mason and Clark and Aaron involved with it. So I don't even know if the two are connected, because it is the same thing that's happening now. But my point is, in this message, Mason is saying that thousands of people are messaging him, hating on me. Some of these people I don't even know. I rest my case. Now, the thing with these haters is what they do is they collaborate together to gaslight you into thinking that you're in the wrong. Now, yes, I have had set twos with people in the past because they fucked up my production or they tried to act like a diva on set and they wasn't invited back. I have the right to set boundaries in my life. And if people are not professional, they turn up on set, they're causing problems, getting drunk, I have the right to not work with you, and I have the right to say no. This is what this is about. I said no, and I set boundaries, and I stood up for myself. And these little narc demons hate it. So they don't like it when I speak up about what they've done to me or how they've affected my life. They twist it around and try and make out that I'm the abuser. Pure narcissistic behaviour. So I've got an update to last night's circus. So Mason Fardeau has replied back to me. I wasn't too sure whether he was actually involved or whether he was just being pulled into it by this Stacey Busher. Mason's done quite well over the last year. He was in the #1 Netflix programme, The Gentleman. I think it was producer-director Guy Ritchie. So I'm quite shocked that Mason Fardeau thinks I deserve death threats from his little bully ring. Now, the reason I know Mason was I met him for one day in 2017 on the set of Rooted, where he played a small extra part with Clark. Him and Clark met that day and became very good friends. And then Mason went on to literally become Clark Tribe's little minion. Now, like I say, 7 years have gone past, and I knew that there was kind of all these different little people within Clark Tribe's bubble. That's now been proven. But I just wanted to show you through this message just to prove what I'm talking about. So Mason actually states that he doesn't know me and that he doesn't get involved, and that he's doing so well at the moment that he wouldn't... I'm beneath him, basically. He goes on to tell me how my films are shit, how I'm never going to make it in the industry. And then he basically started to support me. He'd seen some of my videos. And basically, he was like, keep up the good work, stay strong, keep going. So I thought me and Mason were cool. I thought everything was sorted. He'd moved on. I've moved on. He wasn't hanging around these little dickheads. And then last night, Stacey Busher went and tagged him in the conversation about plotting my murder. So I just let him know last night and sent him the link to say, you want to have a word with this Stacey Busher and get her to keep your name out of it because she's pulling people in. Anyway, I woke up this morning to a message from Mason. And this just goes to prove the little bully circle. So this woman, Stacey Busher, I don't know her. She spent all last night sending me death threats and trying to entice hate on her side of Facebook. Unfortunately for her, we have a lot of mutual friends, and these people let me know about it. So the police have now been called, and it's all been reported. But Mason's answer, after seeing the threats, the rape threats, and knowing all the people, also knowing that I'm the one being trolled, he's still trying to put it on me that it's me being trolled. So he's not getting involved with all the hatred. He has no hate for anyone. He's come too far to get involved with people's dramas. As I've now now I'm completely drama free. You did start on many, including me before, and sent vile voice notes. So he's talking about Christmas when he contacted me, accusing me of all sorts, literally at 6 o'clock in the morning, started shouting at me through Facebook on Christmas morning. And I basically told him he was a loser, a lowlife, and hanging around with Clark wouldn't get him anywhere. He's now basking over the fact that he had a small part in a Gentleman Netflix series, which, yeah, okay, be proud, but you're not Johnny Depp, darling. So, yeah, to continue to try and put me down and stick up publicly for the people that have been abusing me for 6 years, and now I have all the proof and all the connections to link all the dots together to show who these people are and what they've been doing. So, yeah, unfortunately, I did think Mason was a little bit more clever. But, yeah, no, he's saying Stacey is a good person. Should we listen to that good person?
Fuck you to talk about anyone else. All you done was message Charlene, message Mason, message Clark, because you're fucking a jealous little cunt, mate. Don't make me come and see you! Happens, darling. I'm right here in your messages. Bring it on, darling. Do you want my address, you stupid little cunt?
He says Charlene is a great role model. I wouldn't know. Like I say, I've never met her, but for some reason, the silly little cow's got it in for me. Wonder why? Is it because she knows Clark? And then he goes on to basically back up Clark's film, telling me how great it is. Must admit, I haven't seen it, so I couldn't comment, but I've read the reviews. I'm going to say no more there, so you can pop over and read the reviews yourself. And then at the last bit, he says, I don't really know you, and you didn't have any right to slate me. So, yeah, there you go. There's the proof. I don't know him. I don't know any of these people. And yet for the last 6 years, they've gone around trying to make my life hell, all because I recasted Clark Tribe because he wasn't up to the standard that we needed to play the role that he was playing. He got drunk at Dave Courtney's house, got coked up and fell asleep in Dave Courtney's bed. Anyone that was there will remember what happened. And I'm not prepared to work with people like that on set. So because I walked away, he got this little bully group gang together, and yeah, they've literally been using me as their muse for the last 6 years. So yeah, unfortunately, you'd think when somebody has done well, they would move away from all this sort of bullshit, but no, I think they just get off on it, really. It just goes to proof that it doesn't matter what's right or wrong with this group size. As long as they're getting at me and hating on me, they all agree with it. Like, Mason has admitted he doesn't really know me. We met for 1 day 7 years ago. And for some reason, he's got so much hatred for me, even though he says he hasn't. Him and his little group have. And it all stems from Clark Tribe and Aaron Twin. Now, Mason says that he doesn't even have Aaron on his Facebook and he has nothing to do with him. He even calls him a rat. But I've seen proof online that Aaron and Clark are hanging around together making movies together. So yeah, he kind of, you know, they're all the same. It's that little narc demons, you know, they choose a victim and they do whatever it takes to bring that victim down. It doesn't matter what's wrong or right. You can send a victim a death threat. They will agree with it. So, yeah, the point as well, Charlene Aldridge had said in one of her comments last night that she had blocked me. Yet this Stacey Busher says in her message that I've been messaging Charlene. So how have I been messaging her if she's blocked me? You know, there's a lot of things that just doesn't connect, and it just goes to show that they will do whatever it takes and they will say whatever it takes to try and hurt me. And to be honest, they all say the same thing. It's all calling me a liar. It's all trying to take me back to that night when the rape happened. Digging my films, trying to make me feel shit, putting me down. So yeah, they're all the same species, really. And I've had a lucky escape but this Mason really seems to think he's something special. And the fact that he's done well in a Netflix program, which was actually a very small part, it wasn't a main lead. I think the power's gone to his head a little bit. And yeah, he will continue to stick with these little bully ring that are basically planning my murder. So yeah, this all started in 2017 when I fired Clark Tribe from the film set of Rufid and I recasted him with another actor. Anybody that was involved knows that that is the case. Ever since then, he's had it in for me and he's gone around picking up anybody that he can that doesn't like me or didn't get their way on set to hate on me. And this is the proof. Death threats is not okay to anyone. I will stand face to face with anyone that wants to call me a liar and prove, well, I don't need to, I have, over and over again. And it was 7 years ago. I'm done with these little latcheroners looking for a bit of entertainment. These women, not just the men, the women are a disgrace to any survivor. It is mainly the public why women don't come forward, because they have to be subjected to this kind of abuse, being called a liar. Now, I've said it all along. I know what happened, Stacey knows what happens, and half the nation knows what happens. But most importantly, God knows what happened. And I know I can sleep at night and my conscience is clear. And I know for a fact you lot can't say the same. You all may have one thing in common, and that's hating on my success and what I'm doing. But what I do is to help people. I'm not looking to be famous or chasing a dream. The work I do actually does help people. And for Mason, Fardo and Clark Tribe, before I met them on the Rufid set, they hadn't done any film work. They used me as a stepladder and then went on to try and ruin my reputation. The only thing is, we both travel in different circles, and I wouldn't want to be a part of their circle. They are the scum of the internet, and I'm here to out all of them. They ain't gonna break me. I've come way too far. It's the empaths against the narcs.